What's up, friends? Welcome back to 9 3/4. It's Krista here, and I'm so happy to be bringing you today's reading. It's all about what is blocking you from your manifestation, your current manifestation, and or goals slash dreams. Wanted to just really get at what could be blocking you, keeping you from this, making this happen, you achieving this particular manifestation, goal, dream that you are going for. Maybe you're facing some delays, something that you're just not hitting right now, and we're going to see what this is. So I actually have a special candle going for you guys as well. This is a remove obstacles candle. I wish I could tell you exactly what's in it. I know there's bay leaves in it for sure, and I believe cloves, and I'm sorry, I can't remember what types of oils and things like that, but it is a remove obstacles candle that I got from one of my favorite shops. But and nonetheless, we're just going to jump right into this reading. You can see I have 4 groups as usual for you guys to choose from today. It's going to be a pick a Lego person. So Harry Potter themed, you guys know how I do it here. So starting off with group 1, we have Mr. Harry Potter himself for group number 1. Group number 2, we have Luna Lovegood. Group number 3, we have Hermione Granger. And group number 4, we have, Draco Malfoy. So as usual, guys, pause the video here, take all the time you need to pick the group that you feel called to the most. This is a timeless reading, by the way, so you will find it, come across it whenever you feel that you need to be called to it, of course. And I will drop the timestamps down below and meet you at your reading. Hello, group 1, Mr. Potter. If you chose Mr. Harry Potter, welcome to your reading. I'm going to put him right here on our little white chalcedony star over there, and we're just jumping right on in. I have these pre-shuffled oracles here, and this 1, 2, 3, 4 is for what's blocking you, and then these, wait a second, I'm doing something wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like, oh, here, duh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is for, wow, it's for what you can do, what you can do to overcome these blockages. Okay, that's going to be for later. But starting off your reading, as far as like what's blocking you, we're going to start and reveal your card here. We have surrender. Okay, this is one of my favorite decks, by the way, and of course you guys are familiar with this deck. I use it all the time. One another favorite. We have number 6, contract. Okay, and we also have vanity, which this is your throat chakra. And then we have number 71, body as a house. I'm actually using a bunch of favorite decks today. So group 1. Tapping into your energy, group 1. This really feels like you kind of, what's blocking you is, it just feels like you committed yourself to something, whether it be something that you are doing in your career, in a relationship, or a business of some sort. It almost feels like some kind of binding contract, right? Something that we locked ourselves into, we committed to it, and basically now it's just kind of about releasing control and being in flow with what's going on here, with the surrender card coming into play. And like, it's almost like we are looking for this like outside validation, and it's like we're not happy with what's going on, right? With what we have coming in to play here. And it's like there's not enough. It's nothing is ever enough. Like we think we have it, but it's just we achieve it and it's not enough. We need more, but we're locked in here with this commitment. And so it's like what is blocking us or what's keeping us from achieving this particular goal that we have here is honestly our need to control things and to have, like I said, this outside validation from other people, when really we need to go within ourselves. You know, I think we'll dive deeper into like how we can overcome this, but it really looks like with body as a house here, we're running parallel to with like our spiritual body basically is parallel to our physical body. So if you're feeling drained, it's most likely because your spiritual body is also drained, you know. So if you're not meditating enough, you're also not getting enough, you know, physical exercise, things like that. It's that kind of parallel balance, you know. If you're feeling stagnant in your energy and in your, let's say, like obviously in your manifestation or in your goal, in your dream, whatever this is that you're pursuing, it's most likely that you're not getting enough exercise or enough spiritual working out, if that makes sense. And so I want to get a little more elaboration here with the tarot, because obviously I feel like I'm getting like a bunch of mixed messages here, so I just want to hone in on one so I don't get ahead of myself. It kind of feels a little scattered, like we want to achieve so many things at once and we kind of like, it's like squirrel syndrome almost. With the Lovers, yeah, we need to kind of make one choice. 6 is a number that seems to be popping up for you guys. What's blocking you guys? The Page of Cups. Yeah, really just tapping into your intuition. We also have the 4 of Pentacles, being really mindful of your energy and where you put it. Let's get 1 or 2 more cards. I feel like this card wants to come out. The Sun, masculine energy. Yeah, let's get you one more. What's blocking group 1? We also have the 4 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, really just wanting to get into the action. The back of your deck currently is the 7 of Swords as well. Changing up the way you do things, switching up the strategy that you have. Sorry, we're out of frame here. So with the 7 of Swords, it kind of feels like you're doing things a little bit different. Like sometimes I read it like as a sneaky card, but the energy here of your read is more so like you need to switch things up and switch how you're doing things, change up your strategy. And so I'm being called to think of this particular scene in Harry Potter, actually, where he the Order of the Phoenix, where their Defense of the Dark Arts teacher ends up being Dolores Umbridge, and she changes things that year where they don't teach how to defend themselves. They teach from a book and you just basically read about defensive spells, but you don't actually learn how to do them or defend yourself. And so they have to change their strategy as to how to actually learn these things, because it's a very dangerous year, their 5th year, where, you know, Voldemort's back. Not everyone believes that Voldemort's back, right? Because they're trying to spin this narrative that Harry Potter's a liar and so is Dumbledore and they're crazy and like everything's fine and Voldemort's not back, and like they form Dumbledore's army in which they meet in the Room of Requirements. And so their strategy there is to teach a secret defense against the dark arts class, essentially. So that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up here on your reading, is that like what's blocking you here is that you're so kind of set on a certain way, like kind of like vanity metrics I'm hearing. Maybe you're set on the way things look on the outside or the way things appear to other people, that you're not willing to bend or be flexible in order to do things or get things done or achieve a certain thing. And so because of this, you're kind of hitting a wall, or like at like a standstill with this particular manifestation goal slash dream, right? And so because of that, it's almost like you're not willing to grow any further than what you already have gotten to. So it's almost this energy of you need to kind of, you know, you're at this like surrendering standstill because you don't want to do anything. You know, you don't want to move further, you don't want to give up, you're being stingy with your energy. And it's like you made your choice and you really want to achieve this happiness and you want to hold on to this control. With the Sun card, you know, you are wanting this happiness so badly, and I feel like you do have happiness in your life right now. So it's kind of like this interesting energy of like, you know, you feel like it's kind of ebbing into, it's kind of coming in slowly like a drip, but it's not really flowing the way that you would like it to. So it feels like your manifestation is very, very slowly coming in, but not as quickly as you had hoped. And with that energy coming into play, you really like this Four of Swords is just making me feel like, okay, it's time, it's time, it's time, let's go. And it's just not happening in that way. It feels like you're very bound to it, very stuck, and very like you just want to break free. Like I'm hearing, I want to break free, you know, from Queen. And I'm just out of breath because it feels like you've been running and running and you're not really going anywhere. It's almost like you're on this hamster wheel, but you're not getting anywhere, you know? And it's this energy of work smarter, not harder. And the only way you can do that is if you change up your strategy and you're allowing yourself to change things up and not focus so hard on, you know, getting this outside validation. Because what really matters in this whole scheme of things, you know, in this whole manifestation that you really want coming through is the fact that it does come through, right? The fact that you achieve it, it's for you. Like, who is this benefiting? I think like your guides really wanting to go within yourself and look at, why is it that you really want this? You know, what is it, who is it benefiting by you looking good for other people? What is this outside validation doing for you, really? You know, are you going to surrender to the people who are judging you, or, you know, are you going to give in to yourself? Because at the end of the day, this manifestation is for you. You know, it's for you. That's kind of what I'm hearing. Yeah, I don't know why I'm so out of breath, you guys. But I just really feel like that's kind of the biggest message coming through as far as like what is blocking you, is that energy of not wanting to give in and being kind of stubborn, you know, really this stubborn energy, not wanting to give an inch or budge even a little bit. You know, it's like, I've got my cup, my eyes are set, like look how focused this Alice is on that cup of that fish in her hand. You know, she's so focused, she's so inspired by it, right? And I'm not saying you're going to lose your inspiration, and don't be afraid to lose your inspiration by, you know, shifting gears a little bit and altering your plans, because at the end of the day, like I said, your manifestation is still your manifestation. Your end goal is still your end goal. Your why is still your why. You're just changing up the roadmap a little bit as to how to get there. You know, there's a little blockage. You're not just going to sit there and wait for someone to come and clear it for you. You know, the best way, you know, is to figure out an alternative route. And sometimes that alternative route is going to open up more opportunities, more doorways for you, you know, and you might meet people along the way who are going to help you go up and further, even then open things up that you've never imagined, you know. And I think that that's something that you need to think about. I just heard, what is it called? Redirection sometime. I just butchered that quote coming out of my head. Rejection is redirection. And that's kind of what's happening, is like sometimes, and then even this deck in particular, there's an orange card, which is a sacral chakra energy that comes out. It's called impasse, and it actually has a story attached to it that Spirit's calling me to talk about. And it talks about how there's this person who blocks this pathway that these two people are trying to walk towards and go about their way. And he's like, no, you can't pass, you can't pass. And what they don't realize is, you know, he's actually protecting them from a giant rock slide that would have killed them. And so that's kind of like the energy here of your blockage, you know, what's going on here with your blockage. Just understanding that you feel really bound to what this is. You feel really locked into this commitment, and you're so committed to it that you don't want to bend, you don't want to break, you don't want to be flexible with it. But I feel like you can be really flexible with it. I feel like, you know, where are you able to move and balance? You'll see how the scales are tipped here in this picture. I feel like there are areas of flexibility within your particular manifestation or goal that you're going after, and you really need to look at that again. So let's shift gears here and look at what you can do to overcome these blockages. So let me see if I have enough room to keep these in frame. Group 1 is always my like guinea pig group, so we'll see how this goes, guys. Number 27, exchanging gifts. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have enough room. Also have number 35, lost compass, getting back to integrity. Oops. All we have is now alien planet, make yourself at home, adaptability, change, originality. Yeah, exactly. Did I show this to you guys properly? Love that. And then you have number 9, vervain, everlasting, spellbound, soul alignment, release, protection. And then you have number 29, spiritual awakening. Okay, that's totally out of frame. So I'm just going to move these down. So looking at this area, you guys, as far as like overcoming these blockages, we have that. Here, I'm going to go first. The fact that you have this release coming through, as well as this make yourself at home, adaptability, change, getting, and then you have this lost compass, getting back to integrity. It's really just understanding that, basically, in a nutshell, that you guys are realigning to yourself, realigning to your true path and your true calling, and just understanding that there is some readjustments that are happening, or that you are being suggested, so that you could be going on an even better path that'll lead you to bigger and better things that are actually aligning you to, like I said, bigger and better things that you don't even realize that are aligning to your soul's true path, and alignment in your soul, and alignment in your spiritual awakening, alignment in you feeling more at home with yourself, feeling more at home in your own body, in your own spirit, in your own heart, in your own soul, if that makes sense. And then also understanding that, you know, with this outside validation that you've been craving or wanting, it's going to come naturally, and without even you realizing that you're not going to crave it so much when you feel at home within yourself. You know, when you finally recognize that you are whole and complete all within yourself, and with this lost compass, getting back to integrity, I just feel like it's just you understanding that you can really trust yourself, trusting your intuition, and really understanding that, you know, you have to really be careful about who you surround yourself with that energy. That even with this 4 of Pentacles that came out prior, really understanding that there are some people in your life around you that you need to be really weary of. You might want to find new mentors around you to guide you as well. Really understanding that you're meant to be the best version of yourself. And the fact that you have all of these other cards coming out as well is just understanding too that you're meant to be letting go of things that are not serving your highest and greatest good, that are not, you know, benefiting you, that are just draining you, and letting go of things that are hindering your awakening, hindering your your manifestation, you know, and thus hindering your growth, you know. And so really committing your heart and your soul to choose what it is that you want, you know, to pursue. Aligning with this give and take energy that you have with exchanging gifts here. It's like that law of giving and receiving with the universe. And don't let fear guide you anymore, you know, or otherwise you're going to create that imbalance that you have going on currently. You know, just understanding that your hard work and your efforts will pay off, and that your energy is going to be reciprocated by the universe. And I feel like if you really understand that energy, and you really trust in yourself, trust in your gifts, trust in your abilities, trust in the universe, and like I said, be open to that and really surrender, release control, release the need to have other people give you that love and attention, and really just understand that the universe loves you enough, and that's enough. I think you're really going to open things up to yourself and understand that. And I hope that's coming across and making sense. Just really understanding that good things take time, of course. And obviously, I know there's a bit of impatience coming through on your end. But with the 9 energy coming through here, you have a 9 and a 9 here. I feel like we're really close, and it's just a little bit further. Like, don't give up now. You know, all we have is now. Don't give up on yourself. It's just the shift in gears and really focusing on you, focusing on your own growth, focusing on what really drives you and what really is serving you and can help your growth, you know, what's going to better support your growth, and just really being patient with yourself in that sense as well. So let's get a little more details with the tarot. So what, oh, that was quick. We have 6 of Cups. Okay. What can group 1 do to overcome these blockages? Okay, we also have the Magician reversed. What can group 1 do to overcome these blockages? We have the 9 of Swords reversed. What can group 1 do to overcome these blockages? The Empress reversed. What can group 1 do to overcome these blockages? What can group 1 do to overcome? We have the Knight of Wands. In the back of your deck right now, we have the 5 of Cups reversed. Okay. So honestly, I feel like this has a lot to do with you kind of getting back into touch with your inner child as well. Trusting that inner voice that you have, and really kind of healing any of that trauma that you might have within yourself. I think that sometimes you are a little too hard on yourself, and that's why you like allow that outside validation to really dictate the things that you do. And with this Magician and the Empress energy in the reverse, I kind of feel like you may have had like parents that were kind of harsh on you as well, and maybe you've had some childhood trauma that you're dealing with, and maybe have to go back and go within yourself and heal and really reparent yourself. And just like I said, be patient with yourself and really be gentle on yourself as well. I think that there is this issue, this energy here, where you kind of were, you know, grieving with it, and maybe you left it a little too much, a little too soon maybe, and you need to go back and really address the things that you were like, okay, I'm done dealing with this, and you walked away and you allowed other people to fill that gap for you. You allowed other people to kind of, you know, tell you how to do things or how to be, or you should do this, you should do that. When in reality, who are they to tell you that? You know, is that really what you want to be? Are these people anybody that you want to be like? Are these people you want to, that you look up to, or that you admire, that you respect? Or are they just people? You know, really understanding that sometimes people are just manipulating you and trying to use you for the things that they want to do for themselves, you know. And when you put up a boundary and they don't like that, of course they're not going to like that, because it's no longer benefiting them. And that's nothing that reflects on you, you know. That's something that they have to deal with on their own. And understanding that if they get upset by a boundary that you put into place, that's called toxicity, and you don't need that in your life. You know, making that cut, making that cord. And I think that it's time for you to stop beating yourself up and keeping yourself up late at night, and just release that fear and anxiety that you have been holding on to. And it's time to end it, you know. With the Empress in reverse here, I do feel like there is this energy that you have been keeping yourself small for far too long. And it's time for you to allow yourself to grow and really nurture yourself and give yourself that, like I said, that self-love and that parenting that you've been missing in your life, because it is time for you to grow out of this phase and really move forward in your manifestation and in your dreams. And with this Knight of Wands energy, I just feel like there's a lot of passion and fire waiting to be unleashed upon the world. And there's so much strength and resilience within you as well, being that there's the lion here riding this horse. I just feel like there's so much success waiting for you as long as you reignite that passion within and really allow it to come out. And so as long as you just, like I said, be gentle with yourself and really allow yourself that love and that parenting, that, you know, be the parent that you longed for, that you wanted to yourself. Give yourself that love that you've been wanting. And like I said, get back to that alignment within yourself. Release anything, any baggage, any toxicity, anything that's draining you, anything that's not serving you or in alignment with you. Release it, you know, let it go. And it's time to get into alignment with the things that are there for your highest and greatest good, there for your growth, there for your goals and your dreams and your passions. You know, it's okay to let things go and not hold on to them for fear of being alone, because you're going to start attracting things that are in alignment to you. You understand? You're going to start attracting your soul family, your tribe, your people. That's called the exchanging gifts card, you know, being in flow with the universe. So with that being said, you guys, we're going to move into the advice portion. I'm super excited for you guys because this feels really great about you just really aligning yourself, getting back to you, and with this lost compass and everything like that, just really releasing things that are not for you and just bringing in this new energy that's waiting to come in. I think you're just making room and holding space for the things that are meant for you and letting go of the things that are not. And just like I said, realignment. So let's get some advice cards. I have 3 different advice cards that I want to get for you. So starting off with this self-forgiveness oracle deck. I think your group needs it for sure. I love this deck, by the way. I want to get her other decks. Okay, advice and guidance for group 1, please, to achieve their manifestation / goal. Any advice? Oops, I'm just twisting the deck around. Here we go. Advice and guidance for group 1 to achieve. We have, I forgive myself for feeling as though I must see it before it is safe to believe it. I choose to believe that what I choose to believe is a powerful driver of my experience, and it is safe to explore a perspective that is more aligned with the reality I seek. And this is the Fool, control. So understand that, like, you don't need to see it before you believe it, you know? Understanding that you can just be in alignment with what you want, and that's enough. Being in alignment and trusting that you're worthy of it, and that's enough. You don't need to believing isn't seeing, you know. I totally butchered that quote, but yeah. You also have, I forget myself, for feeling as though if I don't do it, no one will. I choose to believe that when I allow others to prioritize tasks as they see it fit, I allow them to clarify what is important so that they may pursue a life more resonant with their truest selves, the caregiver purpose. And I think that goes back to you, like, feeling drained from other people and people taking advantage of your energy, and really allowing yourself to put boundaries in place and saying no to other people. You know, just don't be afraid to do that for yourself anymore. Put down your foot and really start drawing the line there. We're gonna get you one more, you guys. Advice and guidance for group 1, please. I forgive myself for allowing others to dictate who I should be and how I should express myself. I choose to believe that the unique expression of my truest self in each moment makes possible the expansion into all existing aspects of who I am becoming, the conformance, acceptance. Yes. So I really feel like this is about you not letting that outside validation really dictate where you go and who you become, and like what you feel like you need to do and fit into a box or anything like that. This is about you speaking your truth and being your truest self and just allowing that to come out. You know, this is your life and only you can live it. You know, only you can do the things that you want to do. No one else is going to go and achieve your dream but you. You know, on the back of your deck you have, I forgive myself for considering opinions which oppose mine as a threat to my self-expression. I choose to believe that I may show loyalty to myself despite the existence of opposing ideas, as only I can fully appreciate the experiences that truly nourish me, the rebel, acceptance. Again, more about you accepting yourself, accepting the validity of your opinions, what you want for you, and just truly accepting that for yourself. We're also going to get some of these Moonology manifestation cards for you as well. But yeah, group 1, I feel like there's just so much energy of you really understanding that what you want is valid and you deserve it. You're worthy of it. Advice and guidance for group 1, please. Their manifestation and guidance, how to overcome any blockages. Wow. Overcoming their blockages for their current manifestation goal. Advice or guidance for group 1, please. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius, practice gratitude. Yes, so keeping a gratitude journal and just, like I said, being in flow. This goes back to this exchange gifts card that came out for you as well. I feel like that's really going to help you get into that flow of exchanging gifts with the universe and being grateful for the things that you already have, so that you'll be in flow of more things to be grateful for coming in. Advice and guidance for group 1, please. Advice and guidance for group 1, please. Work through your feelings. We're going to take this one. Last quarter moon in Aries, work through your feelings. Yes, so I feel like there's a lot of emotions that you're holding on to and you're not really releasing it. You're not allowing yourself to feel them. And I feel like it's time for you to work through them and be ready for you to let them go, express them, you know? Don't just bottle them up and hold them in. One more, please. Release control. Yes, I feel like you already had that coming out for you as well. Feeling like you had to hold things back and hold things in and just, yeah, craziness. Lastly, you have full moon, excuse me, in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. Sorry, I just had to sneeze, so I'll probably edit that part out because it's really loud. Breathe through the tension. So I'm sure you'll have some people who do not like you putting up those boundaries. And like I said, putting your foot down and saying, no, I can't do this for you. I need to focus on me, or things like that. And there probably will be tension, and you're going to want to say, okay, I'll just do it for you. Or, you know, because there's that people pleaser energy coming through, and you just need to breathe through that tension. Don't let them bully you. Let it come out. Now we're going to finish off with these Soul Whispers guidance cards now. So, advice and guidance for group 1, please, about overcoming their blockages. So, we have number 29, trust your intuition. So, we have this owl here that makes me feel like you have so much wisdom within you, and you really just don't, I think you underestimate just how full of wisdom that you are, and you have so many guides around you as well. So really trust your intuition, trust in your abilities as well. Advice and guidance, oh my goodness, for group 1. Okay, we have number 8, you are whole. You don't need anyone to complete you. You will always be whole. And exactly what I've been telling you guys, that you don't need anyone to complete you. You are amazing all by yourself. Trust in that amazingness that you are. And number 1, don't you remember how unconditionally loved you are? Exactly what I was saying. How much the universe loves you so, so much, and that is enough. You don't need all of that outside validation from these people who don't matter. In the back of your deck, we have number 18. The love within you is infinite. Share it freely with the world. Don't let what other people have done to you scar you, and just understand that there's so much love around you and coming into you. Just like let go of the people who are not for you, you know, so that these other people who are for you can come into your life. But yeah, ultimately, there's so many good things coming towards you, group 1, and this is really exciting. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you guys. I hope this was helpful in you guys seeing what's blocking you and what you can do to overcome these blockages. And yeah, that's where I'm going to leave your reading, group 1. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being here. Don't forget to smash the like button. Comment down below, what is this manifestation that you are bringing in? What goal are you going after? And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I will also be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our family over there, where we have exclusive content, weekly energy reads, and all the fun stuff not available here on YouTube. And yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a magical day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you soon. Step 2, if you chose Luna Lovegood, welcome to your reading. I'm going to put Luna right over here. Oh my gosh, on this star crystal I have there. And we're going to reveal your cards now. So I have this card as well as 1, 2, 3 more as what is blocking you from your current manifestation or goal / dream, and then these 5 are for later, for what you can do to overcome these blockages and essentially achieve them. And we're going to also elaborate with tarot and then finish off with advice and guidance, which will have a lot of advice and guidance coming your way. But getting right into your reading, we're going to start off by revealing these cards here. We have soul work. Okay. We also have number 39, 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. We have growth. And this growth, this is the heart chakra, by the way. And number 54, what is hidden will be revealed. Which I love this. Okay. I feel like for you guys, what is blocking you is actually, honestly, it's very beautiful what it is. that's blocking you from your current manifestation and goal, because it actually kind of could help you. I want to just point out that you might hear background noise. You might hear my daughter, so I apologize. But the beautiful thing about what is hindering you or blocking you from achieving your manifestation or your goal slash dream is actually something that could be helping you as well. And what is here, what we have here is the fact that you have a lot of growth happening in your life right now, a lot of things going on within yourself that you might not necessarily be open to or aware of. And with this throat chakra and communication, I think you just need to be more open to expressing yourself more freely and communicating the things that you would like to. And I feel like maybe you might be expressing yourself more freely and communicating more, but not necessarily the things that you need to be focusing on. So we'll take a look at that as far as like what you need to do in order to overcome these blockages. But as far as like certain things that are blocking you, it does feel like, you know, with soul work coming out and what is hidden will be revealed, it's like we're moving around in a room that is like completely pitch black and we don't see where we're going. You know, we can't see what's going on. We're blind and we don't know what's happening. And like, it's kind of like we have so much work that we have going on in our day to day that sometimes we lose sight, you know, of what it is that we're really going after, like the true purpose of it all. And so I think that's kind of what it is, like that blindness that we have going on, that feeling like we are in a dark room with all the lights shut off, is because we have so much going on in our day-to-day, like that mundaneness of it all. Sometimes it blinds us to the root of, you know, see how there's roots in this growth card. It's just that it blinds us to the root of what it is that we are truly going for, our true soul path. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know, there's nothing wrong with that day-to-day work. But sometimes we just need to like check back in with ourselves, you know. But also with this growth card, it's just really about having courage to really stand in our own truth and like understanding like sometimes we outgrow things that we have been in for so long. Are we expressing that? Are we being honest with ourselves in that situation? And I think it's interesting that you chose Luna Lovegood, because she's someone who so openly communicates and expresses herself and really stands in her authenticity. And I feel like that's exactly what group 2 you guys are facing right now, is just, you know, kind of being in the darkness about this aspect. And I kind of want to have more details here about what's going on, so because I feel a little bit scattered, and I kind of felt this way about group 1 as well. Scattered, not it's like a totally different message, so don't get me wrong there, but just a little bit scattered in my delivery here. What is blocking group 2 from their manifestation? We have number 4, the Emperor. What's blocking group 2 from their current manifestation, goal of their dream? Oh my gosh. We have 4 of Swords. What's blocking group 2 from their current goal? The King of Swords. What's blocking group 2 from their current manifestation, goal slash dream? 3 of Swords. What's blocking group 2 from their current goal? Death. Knight of Cups on the back for now. Okay. All right, you guys. So it looks like what what is blocking you guys is that I feel like there's this energy here of like facing this pain that we've been dealing with. I feel like for most of us, we've been through a recent, whether it be a heartbreak situation or just not necessarily like a breakup, for all of us. Although I feel like definitely we have heartbreaks in this group for sure. But there are some of us in this group who have just dealt with some sort of like pain, like a heartbreaking situation, not necessarily like a breakup, if that makes sense. In which it's really left kind of like a deep cut in our heart. And so it's understanding that sometimes it's not necessarily people that hurt us, but situations in which, you know, certain environments that we're in were not really serving us and not really allowing us to grow in the ways that we had hoped. And I think that I don't know why, for some reason, I feel like for some of us, we were passed up on like a opportunity for promotion of some sort, and this could be very specific for like one person because it's not like I'm reading it in the cards or anything. I'm just, spirit is showing me somebody got passed up on a promotion, and it was like you really had your heart set on it and you kind of thought that you had it in the bag, and for some reason it feels like someone really, you know, it really broke your heart to not get this, and it's taking a toll on you. But I feel like because of that situation, it's caused you to go through kind of like this awakening period in which you're kind of going through like a rebirth phase, rising from the ashes like a phoenix, you know? And so through that, I think that what you need to understand is that rejection is for your protection, you know, and rejection is redirection. And you were not meant for that promotion for a reason. There's something better for you and something that you're actually meant for waiting around the corner, and you just don't realize it yet. You know, you had to take that time to really rest and recognize that you had some growing to do, and you are actually outgrowing this particular space and area that you were in. And so I do feel like there's an offer coming through soon enough, and you'll see. But as far as like what's blocking you, I feel like you just were not able to get something. You were forced into this rest period, forced into this like rebirth period essentially, and this redirection period, this soul work. And you know, you didn't understand why you were going through this, why you were essentially told no, you know, why was this door closed on you, and why this opportunity was just not meant for you. And that's why what is hidden will be revealed, you know, soon enough. You had some growing to do, you had some outgrowing to do, and you had some soul work to do. And so the truth will soon be revealed to you, and you will see that you're meant for more. There's a lot of growth coming through in your reading, so much growth, and a lot of laying of the foundation as well. With this Four of Swords, 4, and the Emperor, this 4 twice now, that for me is just a lot of like foundation and structure as well as manifestation too. And then 3, of course, you have it 1 2 times as well. So I think that that's another number of growth, another number of abundance too for me, and connecting with other people, communication coming through as well. So I definitely feel like something is coming and you just can't see it yet. You just don't know. You just don't realize yet. I say communication too because there's just a lot of swords. So communication that you don't yet have in your midst yet, you know. So there is that energy here, and just understanding that now is the time for you to set up some structure and some discipline in your life and really take back control as far as like you being in the driver's seat of your life and understanding that you're meant to have more, you know, instead of just sitting in the back seat, kind of like Luna, where like she, for the first 4 movies, went like under the radar. No one really knew about her. And then in the 5th movie, they're like, oh, she's like one of the main characters now, you know? And so that is you guys coming into this main character energy for the next stage. So that's as far as like what is blocking you, you know, it's understanding that this happened for you and not to you. Understanding that this is part of the process. Understanding that this rejection was for your protection and redirection. And so let's take a look here at exactly what you can do to overcome this, right? So going into these cards, I'm just going to overlap them. Hopefully it doesn't look too crazy because I tried to shift them all in the frame and it didn't look as nice as I had hoped last time. So we're going to fix that and hopefully this looks fine. So we have 34, a leg up. We have 22, drawing down the sun, wildfire, divine masculine, magnificence, witness. We have number 55, the farther gate, bold step forward. Sorry, guys. We also have ego trap, check yourself, ego, judgmental thinking, superiority complex. And 21, communication. Yeah, a lot of communication in your group for sure. There's a glare there, so we're gonna put this here. Yeah. All right, guys. So, as far as like what you can do to overcome your... Actually, let's just shuffle out the tarot first before I start blabbering and then I get ahead of myself and then I repeat myself. So, yeah. What can group do to overcome these blockages? What can group 2 do to overcome these blockages? We have 7 of Swords. Okay, what can group 2 do? Well, what can group 2 do to overcome these blockages? What can group 2 do to overcome? We have Justice. What can group 2 do to overcome these blockages? We have the 8 of Cups reversed. What can group 2 do to overcome these blockages? We have the 2 of Swords reversed. What can group 2 do to overcome these blockages? We have the High Priestess. And back of your deck, we have the World. Love it. All right. Okay, group 2. So, yeah, with this energy coming through as far as like what you can do to overcome your blockages right now, first off, you have a ton of 2s coming through. 22, 2 here as well. And yeah, so that's a lot about like balance as well as like achieving peace. I think peace within yourself, but really balancing your energy out. And I think that with even 55, I feel like there's a lot of change coming your way, overcoming these challenges and just kind of being in flow with it, right? Like really just accepting it all. And I feel like just overcoming these blockages are just about you accepting help when it's given and also seeking it out when you need it. You know, don't be afraid to seek out a mentor or ask for guidance. You know, don't be afraid to get advice. And, you know, it might be time to bring on help if you have like a business of some sort and really get ready to expand, because there's a lot of expansion in your reading going forward as well. With this 3 energy coming through, you have 3 here, a 3 here as well with the World and communication condensing to 3. Also with the farther gate, you have a bold step forward. This is really about you leaving the old behind. You know, it's like you shedding your skin and really fully going and embracing this transformation that you're going through. Understanding that you might miss out on an opportunity if you sit still for too long, if you don't like embrace this awakening and these changes that are happening for you and not to you. You know, like just go with the flow and really embrace it and embrace these transformations that you have going on within yourself and around you, and just really being open to them. I think that you have not fully understood just how much is waiting for you. You know, with this ego trap here, I think that you feel like you might be above certain things, and just it's time for you to release that thinking, release that mindset that, you know, you have this set way of thinking that how this has to unfold and what you're meant to be taking, what path you're meant to be walking, when essentially there could be something even better for you. Like I was saying, that you're not recognizing, that you're not able to see. Have you just embraced this change, this redirection? And so, you know, maybe you thought you were going to walk one path, but had you just accepted help or accepted this offering from someone else, you would be able to walk through another doorway and go another way and get to somewhere even better, or get to your destination even faster, you know? And so I feel like a good example to give you is like, say you really wanted to, just get up higher in a company, right? But there are certain steps that you have to take to get up there. Like obviously in a corporate chain, there's like a ladder. I think that's the only way I can think of it, right? There's like a certain ladder that we have to take. The best way I can think of it is to give you an example of like, you have your heart set on a certain position, and you obviously could go to a temporary position, hope and pray that another position opens up and you can fill it, but it doesn't, or they fill it with someone else. And then boom, something crazy happens, and there just so happens the company decides to split a position for you and create a whole new position. And because you were doing amazing things, you didn't have an attitude problem, you stepped up and you showed up and you did all kinds of things and you took initiative, they're looking at you to fill this position, a whole new position, and you skip the line. Amazing things are happening, you know, and it happens all the time. But that's the best example I can think of to give you at the moment. But with this whole thing happening is just you really understanding that you have the ability to communicate what it is that you want, and also show up for your goals and your dreams at the same time. You cannot just put it out into the universe that you want this thing and then just pray for it, you know, and just wish on a star for it, or, you know, manifest with the moon, and not also match the energy with the universe, you know, not also show up and put in the work, because it is if it is a 50-50 thing, you know, you have to work with that energy. You do have to have some strategy moving forward with it. And there is this balanced energy here with the justice coming in, this karma energy, right? And so what you put out is what you get back. And understanding that there's something that you've had to walk away from, that you just have not done. And it's long overdue with this Eight of Cups in reverse. You know, I think that there is something that you, actually, I'm hearing there, half of you have walked away from something too soon because you had this ego trap where you're like, no, I'm not doing that, I'm too good for that. And then not understanding that that was going to open up a doorway for you. And then others of you haven't walked away from something that wasn't meant for you, you know, and moved on towards something that is even better for you at that point. And so being stuck in this, you know, stuck in this position of like not making a decision, it's time for you to really go within and make a decision. You know, I feel like it's about you choosing a pathway for yourself, and really aligning to your intuition and looking in the mirror and really seeing just how divine you are and how worthy you are of all of this magnificence, all of this amazing things, and seeing how worthy you are of your happiness and of achieving all the things, like, because you are, you know, you are worthy of doing all the things. You have the abilities within you. You have the balance of masculinity and femininity. And when I say that, I mean that you're able to balance this nurturing energy and this energy of not being like overly controlling, but also knowing when to surrender to the universe and seeing the whole big picture, and finally able to close a chapter on something, and finally able to see the full circle of all of this, and just understanding that by taking this bold step forward, by finally, you know, letting go of your ego and just being in flow with the universe, being in flow with the things that are coming towards you, and just receiving the things that you are meant to receive, it'll all fall into place. And you're just going to start seeing everything unfold for you. So I hope that made sense. I hope that you are understanding that you just need to shift gears a little bit and really understand that it's just a minor tweak in terms of you doing things a certain way, and really understanding that, you know, what you give is what you get back, balancing out your energies, and really finally walking away from the things that are not for you. You know, check yourself before you wreck yourself. I just heard that. And so finally letting it go and just being in the flow, you know, really communicate what it is that you want and going for it, expressing yourself, and being, not just saying it, but also like walk the talk. You know what I mean? So we're going to get some advice and guidance now to finish off your reading. I have 3 different decks coming your way. So here we go, guys. Advice and guidance for group 2, please, to achieve this. So we have, I forgive myself for feeling as though it is not safe for me to step out of line and be seen. I choose to believe that when I step out of what is familiar, I'm able to playfully explore the different dimensions of my being so that I may discover a more authentic version of myself. The abstinent comfort. Exactly. This is about you understanding that you are meant to shine as bright as the sun. You know, you are meant to shine. You know, you're not meant to blend in like everyone else. You're meant to step out of your comfort zone and do things different. So let's get you a couple more, you guys. Advice and guidance for group 2, please. Oh my gosh. Advice and guidance for group 2, please. Advice and guidance for group 2 to overcome these blockages. We have, I forgive myself for taking from others when I am concerned I may not have enough for a future moment in time. I choose to believe that I am constantly being moved towards what is meant for me, and life's unconditional support is not only unwavering but also unending. The narcissist's esteem. Yeah, so understanding that when someone else was given that opportunity that you were hoping for yourself, that it wasn't meant for you, it was meant for them. You have something else better for you, like I was saying, you know? So what's advice and guidance for group 2, please, to overcome this, overcome these blockages? Advice and guidance for group 2, please. Too many cards, Spirit. Advice and guidance for group 2, please. There we go. I forgive myself for thinking that I know better than life itself. I choose to believe that the exact circumstances needed to create the experience most suitable for me is perpetually being created, regardless of what I think to do or do about it. the genius, control. Yes, just understanding that things are happening just as they should for you, and that's exactly the way they're meant to. Understanding. I forgive myself for creating confusion by adjusting my vision to reflect what others want to experience through me. I choose to believe that when I make my vision my own, I invite others to clarify their desire and seek its fulfillment independently. The child purpose. Yep. So you have your own visions and your own dreams, and you need to stick to your guns. You know, really understand that this is coming into alignment with your intuition and what you want. Creating that decision for yourself. Being set on your own decision and walking away from certain things that you were meant to walk away from a long time ago. Okay, let's get you some of these guys. Group 2. Advice and guidance for group 2, please. Whoa. We have last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. Exactly. And you guys had that card under here. If I can lift it. What is hidden will be revealed. Reveal what needs to be seen. Exactly. And it will be. You guys, that's crazy. And it will be. You're going to reveal it yourself. By doing exactly this. Whoa. First quarter moon in Sagittarius. Believe in your good luck. Because you are lucky. You do have luck on your side. You're going to have somebody who is in your corner helping you with this leg up card, as I was telling you. And you're drawing in the sun. You are exactly using your skills and your abilities, using your magic. That is you're tapping into your abilities, which is your divine masculine and your divine feminine with this high priestess card coming through. One more, please. Advice and guidance for group 2. We have full moon in Gemini. Embrace the flow of life. Yes. And I talked about that earlier. Going with the flow and being in the flow. And first quarter moon in Taurus. Release control. Even more about releasing that control and allowing things to happen for you, and just understanding that, like I said, that rejection was redirection. You know, there's something bigger and better for you that you're just not seeing, and it's time for you to open your eyes and see that, and maybe take a walk down that lane, you know, that path. Release that ego trap that you've allowed yourself to be in. Okay, so last deck, guys. Advice and guidance for group 2, please. Advice and guidance for group 2, please. We have number 14. Keep your heart open even when it hurts. I feel like certain people might have their hearts closed off because, like I said, we had that 3 of Swords coming out earlier, in which you felt like a lot of pain came through in this situation, and it's a time for you to keep your heart open. Even though the pain is there, you know, there is something that you're not seeing, like I said. It's time to let new love in so that you can heal. You also have this beautiful card here, number 29, trust your intuition. Again, calling out to that high priestess card. 29 also condenses to 11, master number, new beginnings and opportunities. Also your gifts. And we have, lastly, number 5, we are all one. Love all creatures. Love all creatures, for we all share the same life force. So I feel like animals may be showing themselves to you as guidance, as encouragement, along the way. So I would not be surprised if you see a stray cat popping up along your way, as well as some birds and butterflies for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if you felt drawn to the stars as well lately. So if you do, take that as a sign of confirmation. The back of your deck, we have number 8. You are whole. You don't need anyone to complete you. You will always be whole. Understanding that you are totally worthy of everything that you desire and that you are manifesting. And understanding that you don't need people to complete you. You're whole all on your own. The universe loves you unconditionally, and you're amazing. Group 2, in case you needed a reminder, you totally are. And yeah, just like Luna, you're a badass. Whether, it doesn't matter what you identify as, you know, you are a badass and you're amazing and you're loved. So that is where I'm going to leave your reading, group 2. I hope that this brought you some clarity and some help, and yeah, whatever you needed to hear. Please go ahead and smash the like button. Comment down below what it is that you're manifesting or going for. I would love to know if you're open to sharing. And also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I'll also be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our family over there, where we have exclusive content and weekly energy readings not available here on YouTube. And yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a magical day or night whenever you're watching this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you enough for being here. I love connecting with all of you, so I really appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you soon. Group 3, if you chose Hermione Granger, welcome to your reading. I'm a terrible accent person, by the way, although I really do wish I had a British accent. Also, I don't know why, random thought, did you know there's a thing where you could wake up and just randomly have a foreign accent? Just there, it's an actual thing. I don't know why I felt called to share that with you, but yeah. I watched that documentary. So I have these pre-shuffled oracles for you guys, group 3. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 are what's blocking you from achieving your current manifestation and or goal / dream. And then these 5, oh, you have a bonus card, 6, are for what you can do to overcome these challenges, or these other blockages, excuse me. So we're going to save that for later. And then I'm also going to shuffle out tarot, of course, to elaborate. And then finish off with 3 different decks of advice and guidance. So a lot of guidance coming your way. Really excited. So let's get started, shall we? But starting off with your card, we have Dare to Dream. Beautiful card. We have number 51, Healer of the Ages. We also have 70, Spirits to Guide You. And Grief. And this is the heart chakra. Okay. Wow. Group 3. Okay. Oh, I feel like this group has quite a bit of energy going on. Quite a few things that I think you're holding on to, some pain that you are, honestly, I feel like some of you are using it as a crutch. And I feel like some of you feel like you're not worthy of certain things or certain dreams that you've had, so you kind of kept yourself from dreaming bigger. And honestly, I feel like what's hindering you is that you've closed yourself off from allowing yourself to be guided by your spirit guides, or by whatever it is that you want to or you know, not want to, because I feel like you're closed off, but like your spirit guides or angels, what have you. But it does feel like, you know, with this energy coming through, as far as like what's blocking you, that there's a lot of synchronicities and signs that you might not, you're probably seeing, but you're just dismissing as, oh, it's just a coincidence, oh, it's just this, it's just that, when really in reality they're actually signs and signals from the universe or your guides, and they're actually leading you to other things or to messages to guide you, to send you signals and messages and helpful things to help push you along the way. And the fact that you're here watching this reading, I don't truly believe that you are totally closed off to being open to your guides guiding you and things like that. And I feel like you need to know that you need to connect to your dreams and really allow yourself to dream bigger, allow yourself to open up and really understand that no matter how far away your dreams feel from where you are right now, you just need to show up for them. You just need to show the universe that you want them and show up, and the universe will also meet and match your energy, and try not to focus so much on the how, otherwise you'll be frozen in fear and worry and anxiety. And I think that ultimately that's kind of what's been keeping you here, stuck, feeling like, why am I not moving forward? I think that you're worried about, like, how am I going to get this done? There's no way. I'm so far away. I just started. Like, there's no way. I'm too old to do this. I'm too old to do that. I'm so far behind. And I feel like there's a lot of comparison traps in this group as well. Like, looking at other people, like, I feel like some of you look at Hermione's in your area, like, not necessarily, okay, I know, like, I'm saying, like, in like metaphorically, but like looking at other people who are doing the things that you want to do, and like seeing how far they are in their journey, or in their career, things like that, and really comparing yourself to where you are. Like, if I started when they did, I would be so far, like, but I'm not, and I'm only starting now. It's too late. The area is too saturated. The market is too saturated. The industry is too saturated, but it's not. You just keep coming up with these almost like excuses or reasons why you can't, and it's like, woe is me. And it's honestly like, and then it's just kind of bringing on this feeling of pain and heartache as well, carrying that grief with you into this. And I think that holding on to this grief has also kept this kind of heavy cloud around you, if that makes sense. And just understanding that I know everyone heals in their own time, and we can't necessarily rush healing, of course. So I do want to let you know that this healing energy is coming for you, and I feel like you're being guided by this Healer of the Ages card. I feel like this person, not this person, but this entity here, Healer of the Ages, is really coming into your life to help you really heal and let go of anything that's been really difficult for you to let go and move on from. You can call upon this angel as well. I think this is an angel. But I know that there's like this stagnant grief and pain that you might have been feeling stuck with and unable to let go of, but just understanding that this energy is this resolution to move on from, it's coming towards you. So I think that that's something you can look forward to. But as far as like what's been holding you back or what's been blocking you, I think that that's really what's coming through here, is like that holding on to that kind of like that dark cloud. I know sometimes that follows us around and can put a damper on our energy, and then just also understanding the part that you could really totally control is the fact that I feel like you kept the door closed on allowing your guides to guide you and really being in flow, and just understanding that you're worthy of these dreams and just showing up for them. Stop making excuses and saying like, no, I can't because I'm so far behind. So and so is so much farther. Like that, really comparing to other people. But like, let's see what else we got. What's blocking group 3 from their current manifestations and goals / dreams? What's blocking group 3 from their current manifestations We have the Page of Cups. What's blocking group 3 from their current manifestations, goals, / dreams? What's blocking group 3? We have Temperance. What's blocking group 3 from their current manifestations? We have the High Priestess. What's blocking group 3 from their current? And we have the Five of Pentacles. In the back of your deck is the Wheel of Fortune. I love that. So what's really been blocking you, group 3, is that I feel like you've obviously been frustrated for good reason because of these delays. And it's like, honestly, it's telling me what I've already told you. Delays and just feeling like there's a message coming through of you allowing yourself this balance and giving yourself this time to pour back into your own self and give yourself that love. Because I think that with this grief that you've been holding on to, I think you've been trying to bury yourself in work and other things to keep your mind and your heart off of it, when really you need to turn within yourself and give yourself some self-love back. You know, do things that really bring you joy and happiness. Like, look how happy Alice is in this Page of Cups. Do things that really fulfill your cup. Not just with water, but with like a fish, you know, that really inspires you and makes you feel good. And also, I think that you spending some time out in nature and really feeling grounded and happy, getting back into your body as well, because I think that sometimes when we deal with grief and things like that, oftentimes we forget to ground ourselves and moving our body, you know, whether it be working out, dancing it out, things like that. I don't know if you guys watch Grey's Anatomy or things like that, Station 19, but dancing it out is very good as well to really get that grief and frustration out, and getting back into your body after something painful. And with this High Priestess and Five of Pentacles, I think that you've kind of abandoned your intuition. Honestly, it feels like you disconnected from your, like I said, your guides, and you've closed the door on connecting with a higher power or your spirit guides or your intuition or the universe. And I think that by closing that door, you know, the door, you've also feel like they close the door on you. And I think that it kind of goes both ways. Like when you open the door, they will in turn open the door back for you. But and I don't feel like they ever close the door on you, although you may feel that way. You know, with these blockages that you're experiencing, you feel like they are the ones who close the door on you, whoever you think they are, whether it be the universe, your spirit guides, or whoever it is that you believe in. And so with this Five of Pentacles energy, I know it kind of feels like being abandoned by the universe or your spirit guides, when in turn I feel like you're the one who closed the door, and you kind of kept yourself small by feeling like I said, not worthy of certain dreams and aspirations that you may have had, by comparing yourself to other people, when in reality, your guides and the universe, or whatever it is, like I said, you believe in, they see the best of you. You know, they see the greatness in you and the magic in you, and they're like, well, that's kind of like Absalom looking at Alice, and he's like, well, you are, you know, telling Alice like how much muchier she was, and she doesn't believe him. She doesn't understand what he's saying because she doesn't believe that she is who he says she is. You know, there's no way I would ever do that. No, I'm not that person. I'm not that person who can slay the Bandersnatch. No, 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 I would never do that. No. But she is, right? She is that amazing person who does all those things. And honestly, I think that you have divine timing on your side. You have karma, good karma at that. You have the universe on your side. You have all of these amazing things, good luck and greatness on your side with the Wheel of Fortune at the back of your deck, that even with these blockages, you just really need to surrender and trust the universe. And I think that those cards will come out when we flip over what you can do to overcome these blockages, which let's move into that now, because I feel like I'm babbling on about what's blocking you, and you really need to know like what can I do to unblock myself, right? So we have number 35, a loyal heart. Number 14, self's peace, agent of change, impact, importance. 64, woodwives, adaptability. Melancholy hill, honor your feelings, emotional release, deep emotion, sadness. Yeah. And then you have two of these. You have 24, listening, and 31, peace. Beautiful cards, by the way. Okay. And then we're going to get more tarot for you guys. So, what can group 3 do to overcome these blockages? Whoops, too many cards. What can group 3 do to overcome these overcome these blockages? What can group 3 do to overcome these blockages? You have the Hanged Man. What can group 3 do to overcome these blockages? You have the Ace of Cups. What can group 3 do to overcome these blockages? What can group 3 do to overcome these blockages? We have the Eight of Cups. What can group 3 do to overcome these blockages? What can group 3? Oh, there's the Five of Wands. And what can group 3 do? One more, please. What can group 3 do to overcome these blockages? We have the Emperor. Okay, awesome. On the back of your deck, we have Queen of Swords reversed. Okay. All right, group 3. So, I feel like we already talked about quite a bit of these things, about giving yourself that self-love and just understanding too that to overcome these blockages that you've been having, it's just finding that inner peace. And like, I think this healing, that healing that you've been looking for and longing for, as far as like the grief that you've been experiencing, is really going to come through for you with this peace card coming through, as well as this melancholy hill about honoring your feelings, emotional release, deep emotion, sadness. I think some of you may have been holding on to these feelings and just not really releasing them properly. But now it's about you allowing yourself to really go within and listen to yourself and give yourself that self-love and that healing and that care, and really allowing yourself to release them and find the peace that you've been longing for, so that you are able to move forward. As far as like overcoming this challenge that you've been experiencing, like I said, once you open yourself up to spirit, you just understand, like, I feel like some of you maybe are wondering like, oh, but are, you know, will my guides be upset with me, or will the universe be upset with you? No, there's no such thing. You know, your guides love you unconditionally, and so does the universe. And that's like, you can see that here with this loyal heart card, just understanding that there's this divine love, divine acceptance, and unconditional love and acceptance, that spirit and the universe will always be loyal to you, and you're so loved and divinely protected and directed. And just understand that the right ones will come, and the right people in your life will come towards you as well at that, when it comes to whatever this manifestation or goal is and things like that. And so understanding that just you don't ever have to worry about your spirit guides or your, you know, especially your angels, if that's what it is that you're worried about, or the universe being upset with you. They love you unconditionally, and you're divinely loved and protected, and always, you know, and just understanding that they are always here for you when you are ready for them and all of that. So you're always supported in every single way. So a really great way for you to overcome what you've been going through, though, by other than honoring your feelings and really allowing yourself to move through what you've been holding on to and maybe like pushing aside and sweeping under the rug as far as your feelings go, is also by allowing yourself to really get grounded. With this Woodwives adaptability card is really just grounding yourself in nature, spending that time out in nature as well. Understanding that when you are so strongly grounded and deeply rooted that nothing can shake you, you know, you're so stable in your energy that no storm can uproot you or take you anywhere. And so that's something that's really coming through with this Woodwives card. And adaptability. You're also so deeply rooted that your tree essentially can move and bend with the wind, you know? And so that's something that I think is important for you to understand when it comes to your manifestations or your dreams, whatever this is. And understand that with the Sylphs card, peace, agent of change, impact, importance, condensing to 5, I think that there's a lot of energy here that there will be changes happening, and change is something that you can rely on as a constant, you know, regardless of what you're going after and whatever, in any situation, right? And so I think that by you going through all of these things and seeing just how dynamic, I guess the word is, this healing and grieving process has been, and how much of kind of like a roller coaster ride it's been for you, that it's really important for you to be grounded and flexible and all of this, and just understanding that sometimes these things happen because there are better things that we don't necessarily see, you know, and that's why we had that Wheel of Fortune there, you know, in the back of your deck in the first drawing of your tarot reading. With the Hanged Man here, I just feel like it's about pausing and just allowing yourself to see things a little bit differently, from a different perspective, and understanding that, like I said, giving yourself that love. And just, I feel like someone is going to come in and also be able to help you as far as you being able to walk away from this grief and this pain and move into something new. You know, I think that there has been some conflict that you've been dealing with in yourself in order for you to move forward. And this is just about you finally stepping into your power and being able to see things that you weren't able to see before. I feel like there's this energy of like, you know, not being able to see things clearly. And you know, because you're not able to see things so clearly, it's very important that you listen. And sometimes, you know, we're not able to see things the way that we'd hoped, or things are not always clear. And so it's very important that communication comes through. And with communication, it's very important to listen, and not just listen to other people, but also to ourselves, right? What do we really want here? And so let this emotion come through. Let this, you know, honor your feelings and really just understand your own deepest desires and what you want to achieve here. And by grounding that into reality, you know, your guides are going to be working with you and bring you forward, you know, the right people into your life, and thus you being able to walk away from things that are not serving you, and walking away from the conflicts in your life that have been arising, or things that are not, you know, working out, and being able to set the boundaries, have the authority in your own life, and take back that power that you've been missing, you know. I think that's really important and going forward. You know, with this, where did it go? With the spirits to guide you and this dare to dream. I feel like I said, with that comparison trap coming through, you know, you're going to be able to walk away from that mindset, that conflict that you've been having, that you're not worthy of these dreams, and you're really going to step into your power. Like, I can do this, I got this, you know, and really seeing life through a different lens and seeing like, I'm able to do whatever it is that I want to do, and I know that I'm going to have the right people coming through to help me get there, you know, or to support me in getting there. And so with that being said, I want to finish this off with advice and guidance, because I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory as far as like you just being really open to this change, being open to honoring your feelings, being open to honoring this relationship with your spirit guides and with the universe, and really listening to yourself, honoring your feelings in the sense that you can let go of the grief and the pain that you've been holding on to, and allowing yourself to really get grounded and let yourself dream bigger. And like I said, walk away from that mindset that you're not worthy of these dreams, and walk away from that mindset of comparing yourself to other people who are further. And I want to tell you, like, don't compare your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 27. It's different. You can't do that, you know? You can't do that. It's not the same. And like, another thing is that what's meant for you is going to happen when you're meant to do it, you know, when you're meant to achieve it. That's what it is. So let's finish off advice and guidance. Step number 1 for group 3. What can they do to overcome these blockages? What can group 3 do to overcome these blockages? I forgive myself for thinking others should also be excited about what I personally find to be interesting and worthwhile. I choose to believe that my preferences are a unique expression of who I am, and I may experience deeper fulfillment and clarity when honoring my desires independently. The child purpose. You have to understand that what you want is what you want, and other people do not have the same vision as you do. And like, just because other people don't get as fired up and excited about it as you do does not mean that they don't care about you. It just means that they're focused on their own things, and that's totally fine, you know. I think that for some of you too, it's just about you focusing on, you don't need, sometimes we look for other people to get excited for outside validation, and we don't need that outside validation, you know. We need to just focus on us, you know. We have enough things to worry about. That's too many cards, Spirit. Let's get 2 more. We have, I forgive myself for holding on to habits that no longer serve me. I choose to believe that when I set the intention to have compassion for my emotional experience, I will find I am able to more effortlessly engage in behaviors that better support me. The addict. Comfort. Yes, exactly. Let go of the things and walk away from the behaviors and habits that are not serving you anymore. Let's get you 1 more, please. 1 more advice and guidance. Here you go. I forgive myself for resisting my need to sit in stillness to process both my past and my present. I choose to believe that when I acknowledge my fear of not being able to adequately provide, I enable myself to access and receive support as necessary. The hero. So understanding that this is about you honoring your feelings and allowing yourself to feel what you feel and let them go. Process them. You know, process your feelings. The back of your deck, I forgive myself for taking from others when I am concerned I may not have enough for a future moment in time. I choose to believe that I am constantly being moved towards what is meant for me, and life's unconditional support is not only unwavering but also unending. The narcissist esteem. Understanding that you have everything you need when you need it. So the universe will always provide. Okay, group 3. Advice and guidance for group 3, please. We have first quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity. Yep, it's that comparison trap that we've been having. It has a lot to do with you feeling insecure about yourself. And like I said, this is about to overcome that. It's pushing through that insecurity, giving yourself that self-love, walking away from the things that are not serving you, and really finally stepping into your power. And I think that it has a lot to do with you connecting to your spirit guides, opening yourself up to honoring your feelings and opening yourself up to your spirit guides as well, and really listening to the feelings that you have, feeling those feelings, processing them, letting it go. You also had see the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So sometimes, like I said, we don't often see the full picture in terms of like what's happening right now. You know, we don't always process things fully, because sometimes we feel like, oh, why is this rejection happening, or why is this delay happening? It's like we don't always see why until later, you know. Just understand things are happening for you and not to you. More, please, advice and guidance for group 3. We have first quarter moon in Libra. Keep your heart open. Yes, I feel like keep your heart open is allowing these new people to come into your life. Wow, I dropped cards, sorry. New people to come into your life who are meant to help push you forward and also help you grow and elevate in your journey as far as like what this manifestation is. The back of your deck, first quarter moon in Sagittarius. Believe in your good luck, because you do have luck on your side. You had that Wheel of Fortune popping out in your reading as well, so definitely have luck on your side, and you need to believe in that. We're going to finish off with one more deck now. More deck advice and guidance for group 3. Overcome these blockages, please. Advice and guidance for group 3 to overcome these blockages, please. We have number 10. Accept the gifts from the universe. You deserve all of the beautiful things in your life, and that you do, group 3. You totally do. Advice and guidance for group 3. We have number 23. Listen to your spirit guides. They will show you the way. Exactly. Advice and guidance for group 3, please. Advice and guidance for group 3, please, to overcome these blockages. Did anything? No. Advice and guidance for group 3. Here we go. We have number 21. You came from the stars, so shine bright. Exactly. Step into your power. Shine bright. You are so special, group 3. Seriously. And the back of your deck, we have 8. You are whole. You don't need anyone to complete you. You will always be whole. So far, this card has come out for every single group because I think it's so important. It's an important message for everyone to hear, that you don't need anyone's approval. You don't need anyone to complete you. You are amazing all on your own, and you need to understand that. So that is where I'm going to leave your reading, group 3. I hope that this brought you all the clarity and all the help that you needed as far as like what's been blocking your manifestations or your dreams / goals. And yeah, please go ahead and smash the like button and comment down below. Let me know what it is that you're manifesting or what this goal / dream is of yours. If you are comfortable sharing with me, I love connecting with you guys and hearing about it. So thank you guys so much for sharing. And also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I will also be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our family over there, where we have exclusive content as well as weekly energy readings, not available here on YouTube. Super fun, and I will be so happy to have you guys there as well. But you guys, thank you so much for watching and being here. I appreciate you so much for all the love and support. I cannot thank you enough for being here with me. And yes, I hope you guys have a magical day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you soon. What's up, group 4? If you chose Draco Malfoy, welcome to your reading. And put him right there on the White House of me. And we're going to just jump right in. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these guys to tell us about what is blocking you from your manifestation, and then these 5 guys here to tell us about what you can do to overcome these blockages. And of course, I'm going to shuffle out tarot and then finish off with 3 different decks for your advice and guidance. So lots of advice and guidance coming your way today. Get a drink of water, sorry. But yes, super exciting reading. So I hope this brings you guys all the things, and let's get started. We have the Void. Don't worry about that card, guys. 37, third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, reversed. And forgiveness, which this is actually your crown and third eye chakra. And number 58, afraid of the attic. Okay. All right, guys. I think I've been channeling like just this part first, but I think I want to get your tarot cards out before I start channeling. So let's see. What's blocking group 4? Oh, that was quick. We have the Tower reversed. What's blocking group 4 from their, we have the Emperor. What's blocking group 4 from their current manifestation? We have 4 of Cups. What's blocking group 4 from their current manifestation? We have 7 of Cups reversed. What's blocking group 4 from their current? What's blocking group 4 from their current manifestation? Dream, or we have the 9 of Pentacles. And the back of your deck for now is the 2 of Pentacles reversed. Alrighty. Group 4. Okay. Okay, group 4. As far as like what's blocking your energy, I feel like you guys can relate to Draco a little bit in the sense that there's this void here that you guys have an emptiness, a little bit of uncertainty in terms of like what's going on in your life, perhaps in your life purpose, things that you want to achieve and do. And I feel like maybe in the core of who you are, actually it might be deeper than just like what you're doing, but also just in life itself, who you are, what you feel like. It kind of feels like you are feeling a little bit lost in your identity and in in yourself. I don't know why I just keep seeing Draco's face, like the actual Draco Malfoy's face, Tom Felton, and the movie, and like how he's kind of so lost in terms of like who he really is. Like I feel like he just tries to be who he feels like he has to be for his family, you know. I don't think he really wants to be a Death Eater, and I don't feel like he really is that evil person that they portray him to be, you know. I think that he just tries to follow in the footsteps of his father, honestly. And he's very misunderstood. So I feel like in the same sense that you guys just really feel a little misunderstood, and it could be by yourselves, it could be by other people, but in the sense that with the solar plexus chakra in reverse here, I think that there's just this sense of like feeling very disempowered, like you just feel weak and like you've lost this drive and this determination to do whatever this is, because you kind of don't know what you want anymore. I mean, you want this thing, you want your manifestation and stuff, but at the same time you're kind of questioning like who you are and what it is. It just feels like, I don't know. You see how there's no wands here, right? Like there's no passion driving you anymore. There's no spark, there's no fire. And I feel like that's kind of what it is going on here. There's a lot of like stress and anxiety and negative thoughts that have been building up within you. And I think that, you know, having it living up in there with this afraid of the attic card, you know, it's just kind of eating away at this void and it's building up there. And with this forgiveness card, I think that you're looking with this void, because you have this void, you kind of feel like there's a lot of things that you are either ashamed of. For some of you, there are things that you've done that you're ashamed of, that you need to forgive yourself. And for others of you, there's this sense of betrayal. And I think most of you, this is what's going to cover. There's this sense of like betrayal in which someone has betrayed you, and like you really need to forgive yourself for loving them or letting them in your life in such a way where you allowed them to betray you. And I think that that has really affected you in such a way where you feel like it knocked you off your ass, you know, where you feel like, well, what's going on now? Like I feel like this person really had this kind of connection to this space and this power that you kind of held within yourself, and understanding that now things are different, you know. With this, I feel like this really changed so many things. It shifted so many things with this Tower in reverse. This is something that has already happened for you guys. So if this is not sounding familiar, it's likely that this could not be your pile for some of you. But yeah, if the energy sounds right, then it could be that maybe it didn't happen for you yet. But for a lot of you, I feel like this has happened already with it being in the reverse. For a lot of you too, I just feel like what's really blocking you is just the fact that there are some things that you maybe couldn't live up to in your past, and because you couldn't live up to it, it's like somebody who was really close to you really betrayed you in such a deep way that it's caused you to feel like you are not good enough. You can't fulfill things and you can't do things, and it's left you feeling kind of high and dry, and like nothing you ever do is enough, and like it's never going to be enough essentially for this person. And so that really cut you in such a way that hurts so much, to a point where you kind of had to learn to be independent and stand on your own, and really learn how to fend for yourself in a beautiful way at that. And so this person may have also dictated your life in such a way where you had so many options and so many opportunities at your feet, and you kind of let that dictate what you wanted to do. And instead of choosing the option that you really wanted to do, you chose something that made them happy, something that would make them satisfied, something that would please them, something that would make them feel like, oh yeah, I'm so proud of so-and-so. It kind of feels like a parent, if I'm being honest, like a more masculine parent. It doesn't necessarily have to be your father figure, but it does feel like a more masculine energy, someone who had a more strict, authoritative figure in the household, versus like, when I say masculine, it's not a very nurturing effect as would be a feminine energy, if that makes sense. So that's what I mean. Someone who sets the rules and has a lot of authority, is more strict, and that type of energy. With this Four of Cups, it's like because you did that, because you went down the wrong path and you chose something that made that person happy versus yourself, it feels like you missed out on something that you would have really wanted. And it's kind of like this energy of like that's something that would have really made you happy and brought you a lot of joy, and you feel like you really missed out on that opportunity, thus this being a blockage, because now you're stuck doing something that really doesn't fulfill you. It's really not bringing you any kind of joy, and it feels like your power has really been stripped from you. It's really been taken from you, and now you're kind of dropping the ball on so many things because it feels like this is not where you want to be in your life. This is not what you want to be doing. Like, yes, you are standing on your own, you're fending for yourself, you're doing all the things, and you're very independent because that's just the type of person that you are, lone wolf type of energy. But I just feel like this is not what you wanted. This is not what you've been dreaming of. This is not bringing you happiness. And this is definitely not something that makes you feel strong and powerful. And there's no determination and drive. There's no passion. There's none of that energy driving you in all of this. And there's so much anxiety and fear and just negative thoughts built up within you, and just I feel like you just really need to forgive yourself and forgive this person. You don't need to forgive this person. Forgive yourself for allowing this person to hold that power over you, you know? And I feel like understanding that what's meant for you will come back for you. So don't worry about it. I feel like you have been manifesting this opportunity to come back around and circle back for you. So let's just take a deeper look here at what's going on with the blockage, like how to overcome this, because obviously we know you're doing something that you don't really want to be doing. It's like there's a void here. There's something that's missing in your life. And I think that it has a lot to do with somebody that really dictated the outcome of all of these things. So very different from the other groups, very different from how I thought this was going to go. So yeah. We have number 7, to the sea. I'm totally messing this all up. I'm sorry. Okay. There we go. Got it. Sorry. Okay. Number 23, Fortune's Wheel, Luck, and Right Timing. I love this for you guys. Okay, that's exciting. Very exciting. Okay, I'm getting annoyed that I can't place these down nicely. Okay, focus. Number 19. Okay, I'm going to butcher that and apologize. Jin. Wildness, Enigma, Service, Choices. Childhood Home. Tap into your inner child. Childhood memories, play, youthful energy. And number 9, Flexibility. I love that. Okay. And actually, I think I'm going to move this here. All right, guys. And let's shuffle you some tarot. But okay, how can group 4 overcome these blockages? We have 4 of Swords. How can group 4? 3 of Pentacles. How can group 4 overcome these challenges? How can group 4 overcome 7 of Swords? How can group 4 overcome these challenges? 8 of Pentacles. How can group 4 overcome these challenges? How can group 4 overcome these challenges? 10 of Swords. In the back of your deck, we have the King of Wands. Okay. So as far as like what you can do, right? we really have this energy here of you going with the flow, right? Being flexible, for one thing. It's just allowing this flexibility will bring more abundance in. And then, of course, to the sea really talks about being in flow with the universe, allowing things to just unfold in the way that it should, and just having faith that, you know, the universe will unfold things just as it should. Just being have let faith really guide you and shift your perspective. Just be grateful for all the things. And I feel like too, because these two are coming together, fortune's wheel, luck, and right timing, again, more so about just being in the flow and allowing things to unfold as it should, and in the right timing, and as you know, divineness does. And just also, I feel like allowing yourself to serve others too. You know, I think that's really going to take you so far. Serve with a grateful heart, and you'll really align yourself with abundance, prosperity, and I think it's going to come back to you tenfold as well. But with this childhood home, tapping into your inner child, play, joy, I just feel like there's this energy too of like, because you didn't have necessarily that nurturing, okay, I will say this because I feel like some of you did still have a nurturing parent. I feel like you need to tap more into like play and joy and having more fun into your life to balance out your energy, because there was this point in time where you just weren't feeling happy, you know, with that void coming out. You know, there was so much unhappiness, feeling like, you know, the grass was greener on the other side, feeling like you've been robbed of your joy and your happiness, and like things were just not going. So it's really important for you to really bring back that youthful side, that joyful side, that happiness, things that really brought you that inner childness, that happy, playful joy, that type of happiness. Okay, so doing things like that, whether it be like going to an arcade and playing games, things like that, or going to a carnival and having like a really fun time, things that really like brought you joy as a kid, doing things like that. But really, like, there's so much things of service coming through in your reading as well. So I feel like you being able to give back when you can, is really going to be important for you in terms of like overcoming these blockages, because I feel like there's going to be like little things. I'm not saying monetarily, it doesn't have to necessarily be monetarily. There are other ways which we can serve others, that don't necessarily mean like money, because I know not all of us can afford to like give money, right? But like other ways, like let's just say like your neighbor's like trash bin is empty but they're not home yet, you can like roll it back up for them, you know what I mean? Things like that, like little acts of service that are really kind, things like that. Getting the door for somebody who has their hands full, you know, like little acts of service that are so kindness just goes such a far away. Things that people really overlook nowadays, that I think really needs to come back in this world, if I'm being honest. Saying thank you when someone lets you in their lane while you're driving, I think that makes a huge difference. Here in Hawaii, by the way, that's like a thing, so just FYI. When you change lanes and people let you in your lane, you always say thank you. Wildness, enigma, just letting that inner child out, you know, with this Four of Swords, allowing yourself that rest and recharge as well. And part of that recharge is about filling your cup and doing things that bring you joy and happiness. And then that will also bring you here, where we're going to talk a little bit more about like what you need to do in terms of like being really mindful about certain things going forward, because I feel like you need to really be careful about what it is that you tell that person that you were trying to people please your whole life. You know, really being mindful about what you share with them in terms of like what's going on in your life, because I think that there are certain truths and certain things that you share with them that don't need to be shared anymore. And with that being said, there is a necessary ending that needs to take place in order for you to overcome this, whether it be like a conversation that needs to be had, that you need to just speak your truth and get it out and really just say, hey, you know, this is not bringing me happiness anymore, and I need to kind of set the tone and like be honest with you, and understanding like you don't owe it to them to be honest with them, but I think that's more so for you to express yourself. And I'm not saying you have to have this conversation with them, whether it be something for you to have this release, whether you write this letter and never send it or whatever. I think it's more so for you to have that. It's more so for you to just get it out and off your chest, you know, understanding that you have to take back your power so that this person doesn't hold that power over you anymore. Do whatever it is that you need to do to take it back, because you have a lot of work to be done ahead of you. There are people coming into your life that want to really admire the work that you're doing and also collaborate with you on whatever this new opportunity that's coming towards you is going to be. Someone I feel like is going to really be admiring the things that you're doing, that you're passionate about, because this King of Wands energy is about you really finding your spark again and stepping into your power. It's not just the Page or the Knight of Wands. This is the King of motherfucking Wands. You know what I'm saying? And so with this energy here at the back of your deck, I really feel like with all of this being in flow and being flexible and the wheel of the fortune's wheel, this is really about you stepping back into your power and taking back your power from this person who has held it from you and made you feel like you had to do certain things to make them happy or live out their dream. You know what I mean? And so understanding that you just need to put your head down to the grindstone, nose down to the grindstone, and do what you need to do to show up for your personal dreams and make it happen, because people are going to notice you and see what you're doing and want to work with you. And that's going to take you so far. And ultimately end whatever needs to come to an end in terms of the thing that's not making you happy and not serving you anymore. And I think that that's something that definitely needs to happen. This is about you really grounding yourself, this Four of Swords, grounding yourself and really letting yourself understand that you are worthy of this, you know, resting and letting yourself be at peace with the situation that's coming towards you, letting yourself be at peace with this decision of going after the thing that really drives you, going after the thing that makes you happy, going after the thing that makes you so passionate, you know. And I'm not trying to what do you call it, I'm not trying to, what is the word, I'm not trying to promote hustle culture, because I don't believe in hustle culture at all. But I am saying there is a time for you to be a little diligent about your work. This is the time to do it, because someone is going to be looking at it, and it's the time. And just like I said, be really mindful about the energy and what you share with that person that has been dictating things behind the scenes or taking your power from you, that we talked about earlier. So with that being said, you guys, I hope that brought you some clarity as far as like what you can do to overcome these blockages. I feel like as far as like actionable things, it's more about you surrendering, being in flow, allowing yourself to be flexible, grounding yourself, working at something that's really calling out to you and something that brings you joy and passion. Someone's going to recognize that. Yeah, you guys, take back your power. It's going to happen. So let's finish off with advice and guidance. So, advice and guidance for group 4, please. How they can overcome this blockages, these blockages, advice and guidance. Okay. I forgive myself for holding on to habits that no longer serve me. I choose to believe that when I set the intention to have compassion for my emotional experience, I will find I'm able to more effortlessly engage in behaviors that better support me. The addict. Comfort. Yeah, definitely allowing yourself to let go of you having to people please that person, you know, you having to do things for that person. I forgive myself for attempting to draw conclusions based on the incomplete truths available to me now. I choose to believe that when I wait patiently without drawing premature conclusions, I allow myself to be swiftly moved to what is meant for me next, the Fool. So I feel like sometimes when we go through things, we might be like quick to jump to a certain conclusion, and it could be because we're people pleasers, you know, or we're quick to like be like, oh my gosh, did we do something wrong, you know? And it's just be patient, not just with other people, but with yourself, you know? Lastly, we have for I forgive myself for shaming others, another's ability to effortlessly and endlessly receive from their environment. I choose to believe that when I allow myself to receive without reflexively giving back, I am replenished with the resources I need to give more freely. The Martyr. This is about serving others as well. I think that came through in your reading pretty strongly about you kind of being more kind to other people and acts of service. The back of your deck for this one is I forgive myself for feeling as though it is not safe for me to step out of line and be seen. I choose to believe that when I step out of what is familiar, I am able to playfully explore the different dimensions of my being so that I may discover a more authentic version of myself, the Abstinent. So it's definitely about you taking your power back, about you doing what feels right for you and what is calling towards you, your true purpose and your true path. And I feel like you can't be afraid to step out of this comfort zone, step out of that box and do what you feel is right for you. Definitely. You don't want to be a Death Eater? Don't be a Death Eater. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. Love that. So if you feel like there are certain things hidden, I think that you will soon see them. Another group got that as well. I can't remember which one it is. Advice and guidance for group 4, please. We have new moon in Aquarius, open up to change. Yes, so this is definitely going to be a change for you because I feel like you're finally doing something for you, you know? Something so different. So one more, please. Advice and guidance for group 4. We have first quarter moon in Gemini. Speak your world into being. Yes, and I talked about this a little bit about how need to kind of speak up and also just step into this, you know. The back of your deck is first quarter moon in Taurus. Release control, kind of surrender to the divine timing of it all and just, yeah, let it unfold for you, you know. This is super exciting because you have divine timing on your on your side. You have like this luck on your side as well, so that's really good. Such a lucky thing. Not to say that you're not a hard worker. You're definitely a hard worker, but to also have that Wheel of Fortune on your side is amazing. So, advice and guidance for group 4, please. How they can overcome these challenges. We have number 5. We are all one. Love all creatures, for we all share the same life force. Why that was hard for me to read, I don't know. But I do feel like animals might be making their presence known to you, help guide you, your guide sending you love. If you have been called to getting a pet, if you don't have one, that might be a thing. But if you already have a pet, just notice how they might be more attentive to you, sending you their love, giving you encouragement at this time. Number 3, many things had to align for you to be here. The fact that you are on this earth right now is an utter miracle, and it's totally an utter miracle. So really just take that in and understand that you're a miracle. Don't forget it. Embrace all that is. Whoa. So this one fell out first. It says, open your heart to the magic around you. Number 19, definitely. There is so much magic around you and coming towards you and within you, group 4. And then this one also came out, so you have a bonus card. Number 24, water the seeds of your intentions, nurture your ideas. Exactly, you guys. Exactly. In the back of your deck, we have number 28, you are a child of the universe. What an honor it is to be a part of something so divine. Yes. And know that that is the universe saying that they love you unconditionally and you're amazing. So that is where I'm going to leave your reading, group 4. You're amazing and so, so loved. Just know that. And no matter what is the outcome of you taking back your power, just know that you're loved and protected and divinely guided on this path. So that is what that's where I'm going to leave your reading, group 4. And I hope you guys got some clarity out of this and this was helpful for you. Please go ahead and smash the like button and comment down below what this manifestation, dream, or goal is of yours if you would love to share. I love connecting with you guys about this. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I'm also going to be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our family over there, where we have exclusive content, weekly energy reads, and things not available here on YouTube. And thank you guys so, so much for being here and for watching. I appreciate you guys so, so much. I can't thank you enough for being here. I really do appreciate you. I will see you guys soon. And I hope you guys have a magical day or night whenever you're watching this. Bye.